Hello, incredible one. Darnyelle here. I want to talk to you today about sales. Now, in my business as a spiritual business growth strategist and coach, I spend a lot of time talking with my clients about sales and money. And I just have to be honest and tell you that I love them. Love it, love it, love it. What I want to do today is I want to offer you some insight. Right now, we're in challenging times, right? And people are wondering whether or not now is the time to sell. Some people have gone so far as to put their hands underneath their legs and just stop showing up in the marketplace, which I think is the worst thing that you can do. But if you happen to be struggling right now with selling consistently, no matter what you try, you're not able to get in front of the right people, then I'm hoping that these I think I have 7 tips that I have to share with you are going to help you to make a powerful shift in the way you show up so that you can start selling more. Number one, the first thing that any of us has to do before we start talking about money is we have to check our relationship with money. See, I don't know about you, but it's quite possibly that your life is like my life. I had a thin line between love and hate relationship with money for a very long time. I fervently believed that the only way I could have money is if I worked hard. It took me many years to break that curse and that cycle, but I finally broke it. So the first thing you have to do is you have to acknowledge your relationship with money, and then you have to decide to change it. The second thing you have to do is you have to raise your deserve level. Until you see yourself as worthy of receiving way more money, then you're not going to receive any money, right? If you don't believe you deserve it, you'll never earn it, as I like to say. Now, what I see happen as a mistake all the time is entrepreneurs and small business owners attach their worthiness to the value of their prices and services. And that, incredible one, is a great big no-no. This will jack you up, and it will also prevent you from being able to close, because when someone says no to you, you will internalize it as a personal attack on yourself, and it will deflate you instead of recognizing that a no is really just someone saying that they're not ready to experience transformation through you. And the fact of the matter is if they're not ready to experience transformation through you, do you really want to even work with them anyway? Right? But because we don't understand the worthiness debate and how we need to show ourselves worthy first and foremost just by being the embodiment of who we are, that we are fully discernment of all of the joy, all of the love, all of the abundance that wants to flow to us at any minute and any given day. Until we own that, we try that on, we stand boldly and flat-footed in it, you will continue to struggle with your sales. So if you don't check your deserve level, you won't be able to sell more, and you certainly won't be able to sell higher ticket programs. Third thing you need to do is you need to hone your confidence to be able to deliver at and receive at a higher level. Confidence is the new currency. I have closed so many clients just because of my confidence, right? I teach my clients about what I call the confidence clause as well as the confidence curve, because the more you lean into who you are and the value that you bring to the table, the more confident you'll be. When you start showing up fully and your clients get results, then you'll be able to stand boldly and flat-footed in who you are and to be able to use that. Now, the one thing that I have to say here, this is probably the biggest thing that detracts confidence, is thinking that your client's inability to get results is your fault. Now, you have a role to play. Let me be clear. You have to do your part. You have to do your due diligence. You need to show up powerfully, but you have to also recognize that bringing on any client is a partnership, and every person in the partnership has a role that they have to play. And so if you do your part, you show up ready, you show up with all of the results that they need, all of the strategies that they need to go to the next level, but they don't show up ready, willing, and able emotionally, spiritually, and mentally to really take on everything that you've given you, then that's on them and not on you. So you have to stop allowing the results that somebody gets from not following your process to impact your confidence, because confidence is the new currency. And that is how you're going to close more sales. I say all the time, your confidence will close more sales than your actual skills ever will. And so you have to be extremely confident. Fourth thing you need to do, I think we're on number 4. We might be on number 5. We're on number 5. Number 4. Is you need to focus on making sure that you are attracting your most ideal next level clients. See, most people fall into the fallacy when they're selling, especially when they're uncomfortable with selling, of trying to sell to the wrong people. Well, here's a newsflash for you. Selling to the wrong people is going to get you a no every single time, which means you won't convert. When you're selling to the right people, you will actually start to hear yes over and over and over. You need to focus on attracting people who are value conscious and not price conscious. Because if they're focused on the value and you deliver a tremendous amount of value, it's not going to matter how much it costs. I like clients who will do whatever it takes in order to experience transformation through me. Those are the clients I love, and I invite you to adopt that as well so that you can start to attract similar types of client. The next thing that you need to do, number 5, is you need to understand the value of what it is you bring to the table for your clients, right? So I'm always talking about what I call transferable result. Transferable result is teaching a man to fish instead of giving them a fish. See, when you offer done-for-you services, a person shows up and you do it for them over and over and over again, but eventually they might not want that service anymore, and so the need for you goes away. But when you teach a man how to fish, they'll be able to fish for the rest of their lives. And what you need to bring to the table and have a clear understanding on is the value of your transferable result. I will often suggest that when you're setting your prices, that you actually look at the value that the solution, the spice solution that you provide, the specific, positive, intentional, clear, and evident solution that you bring to the table for your clients, the results that that will produce over the next 10 years, over the next decade. How is their life going to be different because of the work that you did, right? So quick story to drive this home. And this is like a reverse story, but I think you'll get my point. I once worked with a client that I charged pennies. It was easy to close that client. Like, they said yes before I even got the investment out of my mouth because I lowballed myself. I undercharged for the grand value. Within about 30 days of working with me, they had produced, I charged them $300 and they had produced $120,000 in 30 days. I missed the boat. I didn't understand the value of the transformation I would bring into their life. And that cost me dearly. So I don't want you to make the same mistake, which is why I'm telling you about who I used to be a lot of years ago. That was more than a decade ago. It was like when I was first starting in my business. But you have to take the time to get crystal clear about the value that you provide and what your offer brings to the table for them. The sure solution, because if you understand the solution, you'll be able to stand flat-footed in your fees and you won't buckle when people say, oh, that's more than I thought it would be, or how can you charge that much? You'll be able to stand boldly and flat-footed in that thing. The 6th thing that I encourage you to do no matter what is don't lower your rates no matter what. Your core service, your core solution that you bring to the table for people is your most valuable asset. It's the MVP in your business, and it deserves a higher ticket price point associated with it. And no matter what, no matter how many no's you get in the process of improving and showing up more powerfully in your sales conversations, do not compromise, do not settle, do not allow yourself to lower your rates, because it will undermine your credibility and it'll make it even harder for you to finally show up the way that you need. The 7th thing that you need to do is you need to master your sales skills. I say all the time, the sale doesn't even start until you get the objection. And just so I'm being clear, the objection is your first clue of the real problem that's plaguing your potential client. And only if you will skillfully and successfully navigate them through that objection will you not only close a sale, but you'll build a client for life. Because if you're willing to show up stronger and powerfully for your prospect before they've even hired you, to invite them to get themselves transformed through your work, to invite them to invest in themselves to go to the next level, to invite them to say yes to themselves, you will empower them. And when they are empowered, the way that they will show up will be so much more impactful. And saying yes to your higher ticket program will be easy for them to do. Let me do a quick review. I'm going to consult my notes to make sure I said it, all 7 that I was supposed to say. First thing you have to do is check your mindset, right? Make sure that your relationship with money is right. Then you have got to raise your deserve level. then you have got to make sure that you are confident and are able to understand and own the confidence to both deliver and receive at a higher level. Because when you get to the point where you're able to charge $20, $30, $50, $100,000 for your services, you have got to be willing to receive it. Because again, if you don't believe you deserve it, you'll never earn it. You've got to make sure that you're attracting the right clients. You're focusing on the right clients. You've got to understand the value of your offer. You can't lower your rates no matter what, and you have got to master your sales skills. There you have it. 7 quick things you need to do if you are not selling consistently in this economy or any economy. Listen, I would love to help you. I would love to offer you some additional guidance and support. All you need to do in order to apply to have a conversation with me or a member of my team is to go to workwithdarnyelle.com. We'll jump on a call with you. We'll get clear about your business model, your goals, the gaps that are keeping you from your goals, and we'll help you to chart a course to exactly what's going to take for you to get there quicker, sooner, faster. And nothing would bring me more joy than to show you how to take your business to your next level, everything, even now. Workwithdarnyelle.com. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.